I've got a few things I want to talk about today. The first thing being batteries. Just a word of warning. If you want batteries, get your order in now, because you'll be very disappointed, because Hobby King very quickly sell out in the summer months in the UK. So get your battery order in now. I've got these here. That's actually scorpion oil for motors, for when I pile drive the things into the ground. So, because it's going to happen. Battery connectors, XT90s are they? Yeah, XT90 connectors, which I've got for these batteries. And these batteries are, no, I'll start with this one. This one is a Zippy, it's only a 3C battery, a 2500 milliamp battery. Now this is to replace the one in my Taranis. The one in my Taranis I've had now for, I think it's 2 years, and it's starting to slightly puff. And I'll talk about that in a minute. So there's that one. I've got two of these, two 10,000 milliamp 4S. These are only 10C discharge, but if you multiply that by 10, that is actually 100 amp. These will take 100 amp discharge. So this is going in my plane. So if I put that back in there, and I'll put that over there, and I'll move that a minute. Now I've got one in my plane, and that is in replace of two 5000 milliamp. These have started, or that one has started to puff very slightly, and I will talk about that in a minute. So this one's in here, which is going to be ample flight time, and it weighs slightly less than the other two. Now, when I was meticulously going over everything on this plane, making sure everything was absolutely perfect, I realised something. That this prop was on backwards. It wasn't, it was pushing properly, it was turning the right way and everything. If I put that on there, and I get the nut, and I do that up, can I move this over a bit? Like that. And I do that up. When this motor's turning, the prop's going to be undoing it. Sorry, the nut's going to be undoing. So, I've got another one. Luckily, because I bought these for the my quad when I did the extended arms. So I've got one that turns the opposite direction. So when I put that on there, I bought some prop adapters, some hub adapters as well. These are 6mm to 5mm, I think. Sorry, 8 to 6 or 6 to. I don't care. Doesn't matter. They're to go in these props, so as I can get them on here anyway. So when I've done that, the motor has now got to turn the opposite way, which will mean that if the motor's turning that way, that will tighten that nut up. So there's that one. So I've got to cut this prop down because it's too big. I might actually cut it down even further. I might do it down to a 10-inch instead of an 11, to try and minimise prop strike when this thing takes off. That's that. Batteries. I have got so many batteries now, it's unbelievable. These are my Turnigy Nanotech 65 to 130C batteries, so these will take well over 100 amps. But they are very, very slightly starting to puff. I've got another one which I haven't got here, which is quite bad actually. I found out why they do puff. It's not because I run the voltage down. This one, I don't know if you can see this one here, but that one's starting to puff as well. That one isn't. The reason being is, as soon as I come back from flying, I charge them up, which I thought, you know, ready for the next time. Apparently that's a really, really bad idea, and it does reduce the time, the life cycle of your batteries. So when you get home, don't charge them up, put them on a storage voltage and just leave them there until you come to fly, come to use them. The morning that you go out to fly or the night before is fine, you can charge them up fully, but don't charge them as soon as you get back, because you'll end up with puffed batteries, which that one is starting to puff, and I've really not used it. That's the reason why. So increase your battery life by leaving them on a discharge, on a storage charge. So that's that. Back to my original topic of batteries. I've got these. This is, as I said, this is going into my Taranis. I've got one of these already in the Taranis. It's absolutely superb and it fits perfectly. Or it does if it doesn't puff. As soon as it starts puffing, you can't get it in. But yeah, if you want one in your Taranis, get one of them. They're only cheap. That's that. Now, these batteries, these are going to be for my quads. I'm going to try them out anyway. They are 1300 milliamp 65 to 130C 4S batteries. So I'm going to put this in all of my quads, including my Armatan Morphite, which is supposed to be for 3S, but I don't care. I like speed, not the drug. Oh, shut the f***, Tony, what are you talking about? Scratch that. So, these batteries, after I bought them, I thought I'll try one, so I went to charge it and realised that the 15.2 volt, they're actually the high voltage ones, which I knew about, didn't think about my charger. I've got 6 of them. There's only 5 there, where's the other one? I did get 6 of them. Oh. So, also, I've had to buy a battery charger. These are very cheap. You do need another a 12 volt supply to actually plug into it, which you can use just a normal PC power supply. If anyone wants to know how you modify a PC power supply, let me know below and I'll do you a tutorial. I'll try to. So you get all these things, cables, bits and pieces, you plug that in there and then you plug that into your battery, charge leads, blah, whatever. But that does LIHV, which will charge those batteries that I've got. So that's that one. Next thing, I've been working on this. Now this is a current and voltage sensor. So what you have, in the middle you've got an Arduino Pro Mini. On the top you've got one of the AMOLED 0.96 inch screens. And then you've got an APM voltage current and voltage sensor on the underside. So if I get a battery, as in this one, which should be charged to about 15 volts. Sorry, it's battery powered. it runs off a single cell battery, which you plug in. Zero, that's CV and CI, so you've got current voltage and current ampage. And you plug your battery in, and it gives you your battery voltage. And obviously your current is going to be zero because there's nothing connected to it. And the reason why it's battery powered is you can actually put it into your quad you're playing or whatever, and it'll log when it's finished. It'll give you your maximum voltage, maximum current, average and everything else, and it'll give you on the screen. Now with things like this, as soon as you unplug the battery you've lost it. With this you haven't. So what I'm thinking about doing as well, I'm thinking about putting a possibly an SD card logger on the back of it. I might even look at the possibility of using it as a tracker. If you've seen my video of the DIY tracker, and also a low battery warning alarm. I don't know. If you want me to do, when it's finished, if you want me to do a tutorial on how to build one of these, let me know. I think it only costs about £6, something like that. What's that, about $10? So yeah, that's that one. And last but definitely not least, I'm going to clear everything up for this. Get everything out of the way. Move that, move that. This is my old Fatsharks. These are my Fatshark Attitude V2s, which are still in virtually mint condition. And there's very, I don't even know if you're going to be able to see this. There's very slight markings on it, but that's about it. I'm selling these. You're not going to get all of the cables. You get the what's that? The head tracker kit. I don't know. There's one there that goes into a DVR that plugs into the side there, and that one's an output. It's already wired up for a DVR. I don't know what that one is. So there's that. What else is there? Where's the cables? There's also a power cable which goes into the side there, which you can cut that off. That actually, I've modified my Taranis so as I could plug that directly into my Taranis, and it powers everything off that. But yeah, all you need to do is cut that and put your own battery on it. So that's that. That will be for sale. If anyone wants it, just let me know. Drop me, if you go into my main channel, go onto About, and then my email address is on there. Or it's vortex2000@gmail.com. If you want it, it's going on eBay anyway, but if anybody, you know, we'll talk prices. And the reason why I'm not keeping them is I got myself some Fatshark Dominator 3s, which I've wanted the set of these since I first saw the advert. And these things, that I got them from electricwingman.co.uk. I'll put a link in the description below. That website is absolutely fantastic. He does price comparison, not price comparison. He'll beat any price basically. On everything that you buy, there's a button on there that says "Seen it cheaper," and it'll try and beat or match any single price. Anyway, these things have got DVR, they've got HDMI input, although I've heard a bit of problems with the HDMI input, but I'm not going to need it. They don't come with a receiver at all, so I also had to buy the Fatshark race band receiver 5.8 gig, which I've fitted. I'm not going to try and take that off because it's a nightmare. The Trinity head tracker goes in there, which I've never used. I don't need it. Plug it in and plug that in there for the fan, like that, and then the fan comes on. Look at that quality. You're not going to see it. But yeah, I've really wanted a set of these as soon as I saw them. So if you want some, go to Electric Wingman. It's absolutely superb. The tracking, everything. I really can't fault the bloke. So there you go. That's it. Everything now is 100% ready for the summer. I've got nothing left to build. Very successful winter. Thank you, good night. Just a final note. I found another pack of these HXT connectors. I don't know how many's in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 sets there. Just to be fair, Dave Jeffries, if you want these, let me know and I'll pop them in the post for you. These don't work. Actually, I think they may be different again. Oh, this is unreal. Anyway, Dave, if you want them, let me know. If Dave doesn't want them, if someone else wants them, drop a comment below. UK only, please. I'll pop them in the post free of charge. And the reason why I'm selling them is in hell. And the reason why I'm selling them and the reason why I'm not keeping them is I've got myself some Fatshark Attitude. Oh, hell.